Xi Jinping, from a red seed child to the most powerful contemporary leader of China. When people mention Xi Jinping, they often immediately think of one of the most powerful leaders in the world today. But if you only look at him in his current position, you miss the most important part of the story, the path that shaped him into the political figure he is. Xi Jinping's life is not a straight upward trajectory thanks to his background. On the contrary, it is the journey of someone born very close to the center of power, then knocked down by history during the Cultural Revolution, pushed to the very bottom, and later climbing back step by step, from rural villages to county and provincial levels, and eventually to the pinnacle of power in China. This journey helps explain why his leadership style is both firm, disciplined, and deeply focused on control and stability. Born into a revolutionary elite, a true red seed, Xi Jinping was born on June 15, 1953, in Beijing, into a deeply revolutionary family. His father, Xi Zhongxun, was a veteran leader of the first generation of the Chinese Communist Party. Close to the center of power, his mother, Qi Shen, was also a core party member in Beijing. This meant that from birth, Xi belonged to what Chinese people call the red aristocracy, children of revolutionary families with strong political credentials. His childhood was relatively privileged. He received better education than most and grew up in an environment where politics and power were ever present. From an early age, politics was not abstract to him, it was part of daily life at home. The first collapse, when the family's protection disappeared. His life soon took a dramatic turn. Around age 10, his father was purged and removed from power due to internal political struggles. Then, in 1966, the Cultural Revolution completely overturned the family's fate. Xi's education was interrupted. His father became a target of Red Guards. The family was attacked. One of his half-sisters died by suicide under persecution, and his mother was forced to publicly denounce his father. For a young boy, witnessing his once powerful father humiliated before crowds was a profound shock. From this, Xi learned early what many politicians only learn later: power is never permanent. From red elite to politically tainted. In 1968, his father was imprisoned. Xi Jinping, once a privileged child, was labeled as coming from a bad class background. This was not just a bureaucratic label, it meant total social downfall. He went from being respected to being isolated, monitored, and placed into re-education groups. He suffered physically and mentally, but it was during this time that he experienced power from the perspective of someone crushed by it, an experience that likely shaped his later political thinking. Liangjiahe, his real school. Later in 1968, Xi was sent to Liangjiahe village in Shaanxi province as part of the "down to the countryside" movement. Life there was harsh, living in cave dwellings, lacking food and heating, doing heavy labor, and facing suspicion due to his background. At first, he tried to escape back to Beijing but was caught and sent back. Eventually, he chose to return voluntarily. This decision marked a turning point. He began to understand that survival required endurance, adaptation, and proving himself. He did the hardest jobs, herding sheep, digging ditches, cutting grass. Gradually, he gained the trust of villagers. He persistently applied to join the Communist Youth League and later the Communist Party, reportedly being rejected multiple times before finally accepted. This persistence became a defining trait, willing to endure setbacks, take detours, but never give up. He later became the village party secretary, leading local development projects such as irrigation and biogas systems. Liangjiahe became the place where he built his first political capital. Return to education. In 1975, Xi was admitted to Tsinghua University to study chemical engineering. Despite his sensitive political background, he succeeded. At Tsinghua, he built networks that would later become politically important. He graduated in 1979, just as his father's political rehabilitation began, both returning to influence almost simultaneously. Entering politics. After graduation, Xi worked as a secretary in the central government but soon chose to build his career at the local level. In 1982, he moved to Jiangding County in Hebei. There, he He developed a reputation as a practical and hands-on official, focusing on infrastructure, agriculture reform, and tourism development. At the same time, he showed a firm side through strict law enforcement and population policies. His leadership style, efficient but disciplined and tough, was already visible. Fujian, a turning point. In 1985, Xi moved to Fujian, where he spent 17 years. This was a crucial phase. He tackled corruption, promoted stability after Tiananmen, and developed infrastructure and trade, especially with Taiwanese businesses. He showed pragmatism by viewing Taiwan as an economic partner as well as a political issue. During this time, he married singer Peng Liyuan and had a daughter, Zhejiang, in Shanghai, rising to national prominence. In 2002, Xi became party secretary of Zhejiang, where he drove strong economic growth and closer ties between private businesses and the party. In 2007, he was transferred to Shanghai after a corruption scandal. Though his time there was brief, he demonstrated discipline and stability, proving himself ready for higher office. Returned to Beijing, entering the core of power. Later in 2007, Xi joined the Politburo Standing Committee and took on major central roles. In 2010, he became vice chairman of the Central Military Commission, effectively securing his path to top leadership. Becoming China's top leader. In 2012, Xi became General Secretary of the Communist Party and Chairman of the Central Military Commission. In 2013, he became President of China. He consolidated power across party, state, and military, the three pillars of authority. He launched anti-corruption campaigns, major economic and geopolitical initiatives like the Belt and Road Initiative, and strengthened central control. Second and third terms, unprecedented concentration of power. From 2017 onward, Xi's ideology was enshrined in the party constitution. Term limits for the presidency were removed, allowing him to stay in power longer. He continued strengthening party control, modernizing the military, managing COVID-19 with strict measures, and positioning China in growing competition with the West. His achievements are significant, but so are controversies over centralization of power. Conclusion. What makes Xi Jinping's life unique? Xi Jinping's life is shaped by both privilege and adversity. He was born into power, fell to the bottom, and climbed back up through every level of the system. This journey forged a political character defined by endurance, discipline, pragmatism, and a deep sensitivity to power and stability. To understand Xi today, one must look beyond his current position, to the boy who saw his father purged, the young man in Liangjiahe, and the official who rose step by step through China's political system. Because all those layers together created the leader the world sees today.